Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to take a normal school folder, just a regular school folder, and turn it into a folio for a traveler's notebook. What you're going to do, you're going to need to, I'm using a Voyager by Peter Popper Press, which is a little bit smaller than the standard traveler's notebooks. It's 7.5 by 4 and a little over 4 inches. And so if you're using a standard traveler's notebook, you're going to need to do your measurements for the standard traveler's notebook. Or this is a little bit bigger than the personal traveler's notebook. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to use one of my journals that's been used, and it's flat. And all I'm doing is, okay, so here's the top, here's the bottom. You're not going to cut off the bottom, and you're not going to cut off the open side. You're going to cut off the closed side and the top. So I'm going to measure from the bottom, because I know that's going to be the bottom of my folder. And I'm just going to put a little tick mark here and a little tick mark here. And let's do it one more place. I'm going to add a little tick mark here and here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this line first, then cut this line. That way the two pieces stay together while I'm cutting. And then what I'm using is I have a Cricut little paper cutter. You can use whatever you have, or you can use scissors if you have scissors. I'm going to cut a little bit inside that mark because that mark is bigger than my book. So I'm going to line it up just slightly inside, if you can see that it's slightly inside that line. And I'm going to make sure it's cut through. There we go. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it on this side. But I'm going to put it on this. And I'm going to, like I said, do it just slightly inside the line. And then we're going to cut it like that. Okay. And I should have cut it twice. All right, let's put it back on under here. Open it out. And cut it again. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to do a little bit of modifications for it to work in our journal, in our folio. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half, but I'm going to start from the open end to this end so that it actually folds easier. And this will help you see what I mean. And I'm just going to fold it. I'm not using any, fancy folding tools or anything. You could. I do have a scoreboard, which would probably be easier, but I didn't want to bring it out. So I'm just going to line it up. And use my little Cricut picker tool and just do it like that. Okay, so this is what your folio is going to look like. This side's going to be open. So in order for this not to be flapping in the wind, I am going to fold this corner down to the center line. Okay, fold it down to the center line and then fold it back. Now I have an open folio on this side and a tuck folio on this side. There is this, so it's not going to tuck a full sheet in here, but I can tuck something in this side, like receipts or whatever, which is normally the reason I keep these. I'm going to use some washi tape and clean up that edge and make it a little more, me. So all I had was blue, so I'm using the blue folders. You can use whatever color you want for your thing. But I'm going to use some of this washi tape and make myself a folder. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Just line it up half on the edge, half of the tape on the edge, and then I'll just trim it off. I'm not worried about it being perfect right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here at the edge of this piece and fold that over, and then there's going to be a little gap. There we go. You could fold in the corner, which I'll probably do the next time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over, this edge over, and make sure I'm going inside the pocket. And what this has done is made that raw edge not look so raw. So we have a cute little edge now and a pocket that still opens. You can do it on all 4 edges if you want, all 4 sides if you want. And I'm just going to score this one more time. Or not score it, but just get it down. And there we have it. You can add another piece. You can add a piece here. Like this one still has Office Depot on it. But I'm going to show you again how to make one. So you have your piece that you've cut. You'll have 2 pieces, so you'll end up with 2 folios. What you're going to want to do, you're going to take the open end, fold it across. Sorry if the light keeps changing. The sun is going in and out of clouds today. And I will try to fix the light when I edit the video, but there you go. So you're going to get it all the way lined up to the edge. And you're going to just crease that edge really good. You want to get a good crease on this. I'm going to open it up. Because it's from the opposite side of the folder, you're going to do this the opposite way. You're going to fold this down to the center, all the way down. And this one has this little pocket holder thing, so it might give you a little fits, but we'll fix that in a second. So you're going to fold it down to the center. And I'm just going to cut that off with my scissors. It's not so easy to get to, but there we go. We're going to cut this off to the center. Then we're going to fold this in. And on this one, I'm going to end up putting washi tape up here first before I close this up. So before I close this, because of the cut hole there, I'm going to line this up halfway. Doesn't matter if it sticks to the back, it's fine. Washi tape comes up fairly easily. So we're going to do that, and we're going to pick this up, and we're going to fold this over that edge. So that cut line, that cut raw edge is gone away. If you want, you can continue that over, which is what I'm going to do now. So this side, I'm going to, well, I need to trim this off a little bit more. And there we go. And I'm just going to go right up to the edge of that folder and to the edge here. And I'm just going to where the fold is so that I don't have a big bulk in the center. And so there we go, and then we're just going to fold that over. And there's your finished edge on the inside of this one. You can do that on this one too if you want it. I'm just giving you a couple of options. We're also going to do the same thing on here that we did to close up the other one that we just finished. So let's trim that off. And we're going to start on the back. Lay it halfway on. And we're going to cut. We need to get some new scissors. I've had these 25 years. Yeah, but they still work. Alright, so there we have it. We're going to trim it off on the edges, and then like we did before, you're going to make one cut right at the top of where this is. Go ahead and put this in. I'm going to do it this way this time because it actually works a little bit easier to get it inside that pocket. And then we're going to pull this tight and make sure, you know, trim off any excess tape here. And there's your finished folio. So now you have 2 folios made out of one, I forgot to trim that one. I'm gonna trim that instead of the fold. Okay, there we go. 2 folios made out of one inexpensive school folder. And they work really well. Like I said, receipts. You can, if you wanted, cut this down a little bit and make this a little bit shorter, but I like it this way. And you can just add them right into your notebook and add a book. One thing about this, it can go around a book that you already have inside. So it can just go around, and it gives you more places to pop whatever you need inside. I hope you learned something from this video and enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, click subscribe and leave me a comment telling me what your favorite traveler's notebook hack is. I'd love to know. See you soon.